Are you a Minecraft pro? Here are 32 facts that only real pro players will know. You can feed dolphins raw cod or salmon, causing them to turn into tour guides and lead you to the nearest shipwreck, buried treasure, or ocean ruins. This behavior makes dolphins incredibly useful for players looking to find underwater loot. Additionally, if you break the chests found in these locations, the dolphins will lead you to another spot, making it easy to collect a variety of treasure in a short amount of time. Minecraft has a hidden world that only a few players know how to access. It's called Debug mode, and it lets you explore and understand the game's mechanic in a unique way. To access it, hold the Alt key while pressing the world type button on the world creation screen. This mode generates a world filled with every block and item in the game, all laid out in a grid for easy viewing. It allows players to see different block states, variants, and textures in one place, making it the ultimate valuable tool for a pro player. You probably have never heard of the knowledge book. This is because it's one of Minecraft's most mysterious items. Unlike most items, the knowledge book isn't something you can stumble upon during your adventures or craft using a recipe. Instead, it's only obtainable through commands, making it an elusive item that many players might never encounter in regular gameplay. When used, the knowledge book unlocks all crafting recipes in your recipe book, revealing new possibilities for crafting that you might not have discovered on your own. Ever get mobbed by a horde of zombies out of nowhere? Well, you might have been unlucky enough to pick a fight with a leader zombie. Yep, 5% of all zombies are leaders, and they can summon backup like a zombie general calling in reinforcements. But here's a hack, just switch your game mode off hard mode, because leader zombies only spawn when the game difficulty is set to hard. But if you're a real pro, you're not doing that. One of the most exciting aspects of the trial chambers is the variety of mobs that can be found within them. From zombies and cave spiders to bogged skeletons, there's always a chance for a surprise encounter. But if you're a noob, you're asking me, how can I tell what kind of mobs will a spawner produce? Well, the answer lies in the blocks surrounding it. Mossy cobblestone around a spawner creates zombies, while stone blocks will spawn cave spiders. By paying attention to these clues, you can prepare yourself for the challenges that await you. When it comes to powering your furnace in Minecraft, you might consider dried kelp block or block of coal as top contenders. However, the ultimate fuel source is actually lava. A single bucket of lava can keep your furnace running for an impressive 17 minutes, almost twice as long as any other fuel source. Most people think that Superflat can only be played in creative. However, you can achieve a lot in survival. You can even go into the nether thanks to the blacksmith. By the way, the nether is not flat. But what's even crazier is that you can also go to the end using naturally generated strongholds and beat the game. If you think these facts are crazy, just wait until later. In Minecraft, items come in different rarities, and there are 4 main types: common, uncommon, rare, and epic. Most items in the game fall under the common category, making them easy to find. Uncommon items are a bit harder to come by, while rare items are even more difficult to obtain. Epic items are the rarest and hardest to find in the game, and you can tell how rare an item is by the color of its name. Common items have a white name, uncommon items are marked with yellow, rare items are labeled in aqua, and epic items are highlighted in purple. You're playing Minecraft hardcore, and on the brink of starvation. What do you choose, a regular potato or a poisonous one? Surprisingly, the regular potato fills up less hunger than their poisonous variant. Even though eating a poisonous potato can make you sick, it actually provides you more hunger points than a regular potato, adding a risky twist to your food choices in Minecraft. In creative mode, you can copy a block along with its NBT data, like a chest inventory or a science text, by pressing the control and the middle mouse button. This handy trick saves time when you need to place multiple identical blocks, signs, or containers. Skeletons are a common mob in Minecraft known for their archery skills and the ability to attack from a distance. However, there's a clever way to avoid the line of sight. Using sugarcane or 2-block tall flowers as cover, skeletons are unable to see the player through these blocks, making them a natural barrier that can be strategically used during combat. If you're exploring an area and come across a patch of sugarcane or tall flowers, you can use them to your advantage by positioning yourself behind them to avoid taking damage from arrows. This tactic is particularly useful when you're on low health or lack armor, as it gives you a safe spot to regroup and plan your next move. Blowing up TNT underwater in Minecraft might sound impossible, but with a simple trick, you can make it happen. Normally, TNT will not explode underwater because water dampens explosions, rendering them harmless. However, by placing a block of sand on top of the TNT, you can effectively trigger an underwater explosion. This works because the sand block prevents the water from reaching the TNT block, allowing it to ignite and explode as it would on land. This method is especially useful if you need to clear out areas underwater, create traps, or even mine certain resources in ocean biomes. You can manipulate where villagers walk by standing at the maximum distance where you can access their trading menus. When you do this, the villager will move a few steps closer to you. This trick is useful for moving villagers short distances or keeping them from wandering off if a creeper has blown a hole in your wall. Fog in Minecraft is more than just a visual effect. It can give you clues about the time of day, especially when you're deep underground. When you're mining or exploring caves, the fog you see at lower levels changes color based on the time of day at the surface. If the fog is black, it's nighttime above ground, and if it's a lighter greyish color, it's daytime. This subtle detail can be incredibly useful for players who spend a lot of time mining and might lose track of time. Firework rockets in Minecraft are a blast. Literally. They're not only fun for celebrations, but also incredibly useful for boosting yourself while flying with the elytra. What you might not know is that you can customize the duration of your rockets by adding up to 3 gunpowder when crafting them. The more gunpowder you add, the longer the rocket flight's duration will be. For instance, a rocket with 1 gunpowder will have a short burst, while one with 3 gunpowder will keep you soaring for a much longer time. Enchanting in Minecraft is always a bit of a gamble, but there's an interesting quirk when it comes to enchanting iron swords in a new world. If you go for a level 3 enchantment on an iron sword early on, you will always get looting 3 as the enchantment, unless you log out before enchanting. This quirk is tied how to the game seeds generation and random number mechanics work, effectively predetermining certain outcomes unless interrupted by logging out. Curing a zombie villager is a process that requires patience and the right resources, but did you know you can speed it up? When a zombie villager is in the process of being cured, placing iron bars and beds within a certain radius can actually accelerate the transformation. Most players are familiar with the treasure found in the main chamber of a desert temple, but did you know there's actually a second treasure room that's completely hidden? This room, buried under sand, reveals suspicious sand you can brush up for some extra treasures and is located in one of the corners of the pyramids in the main room. It is completely covered up, making it easy to miss unless you're actively searching for it. Uncovering this secret room feels like finding buried treasure within a treasure, rewarding players who take the time to thoroughly explore these ancient structures. Splash potions in Minecraft are an effective way to apply status effects, whether you're healing an ally or harming an enemy. However, did you know that the way you throw a splash potion can affect how long it lasts? If you throw a splash potion straight up into the air instead of down at the ground, the effects will last slightly longer. This small detail adds a bit of strategy to potion use, giving players who know this trick a slight edge in tight situations. Chorus flowers are an important part of the endgame in Minecraft, used to grow chunk plants and gather materials like popped chorus fruit. But did you know you can break chorus flowers using projectiles like arrows, snowballs, or tridents? This can be especially useful when you're trying to harvest them from a distance, or avoid getting too close to a group of Endermen. It's a clever way to interact with the environment, showing that Minecraft often rewards players who think outside the box. Tripwire traps are the most common threat in Minecraft, especially in structures like jungle temples. However, there's a clever way to disable these traps without even triggering them, using shears to break the tripwire. Unlike punching the tripwire, which would activate the connected trap, cutting it with shears safely disarms this mechanic. This trick can save you from nasty surprises and making exploring dangerous areas much safer. Endermen are one of Minecraft's most mysterious and terrifying mobs. Typically, looking directly at an Enderman will make it hostile, and it'll start teleporting towards you for an attack. However, if you look at an Enderman right in its eyes and maintain eye contact, it actually won't be able to move. This strange behavior can be used to your advantage, giving you a moment to prepare or plan your next move. Just remember not to lose the staring contest, or you'll have an angry Enderman to deal with. Wearing a mob's head in Minecraft, such as a creeper, skeleton, zombie, or piglin head, will lower the mob's detection rate of you by 50%. This mechanic allows players to blend in with the environment and avoid detection more easily, making it a useful strategy for stealthy operations. However, this effect doesn't apply to the wither skeleton or ender dragon heads, so don't expect those to give you any special advantage. It's a fun way to mess with the game's AI and gain the upper hand in a tricky situation. Sweet berry bushes, the most useless food source in the game. But did you know in Java Edition, these bushes have a unique, lesser known property? They actually absorb fall damage. If you land on a sweet berry bush after a high fall, the damage you take is reduced compared to landing on solid ground. This property can be a lifesaver in the right circumstances, offering a cushioned landing where you might otherwise take a significant amount of damage. Lightning strikes can have dramatic effects on the environment, including changing the color of mushroom cows, also known as mooshrooms. If a lightning strike hits a mushroom, it will transform it from its red variant to its brown variant, or vice versa. This transformation is more than just cosmetic, because brown mushrooms have the unique ability to produce suspicious stew when fed different types of flowers. Normally, placing a solid block above a chest prevents it from being opened, but there's an exception to this rule: redstone blocks. Despite being a solid block, redstone allows chests underneath it to be opened as usual. This is likely due to the game treating redstone as a unique block with different properties, especially since it's often used in mechanisms and contraptions. This behavior can be useful in redstone builds when you need to conceal a chest without blocking access to them. The skulk sensor, added to Minecraft in 1.19, is a powerful block that detects vibrations, making it perfect for traps and complex redstone mechanisms. But did you know there has been another way to detect vibrations since 1.13? Enter the Pufferfish, a clever alternative that's been in the game for years. These passive mobs found in oceans and rivers inflate and release poison when threatened. But here's the cool part: if a player or mob gets too close, the pufferfish inflates, signaling that something is nearby. While the skull sensor is more advanced, detecting vibrations from greater distance, pufferfishes are much easier to find and can be used in various creative ways. Whether you're building a trap or need a simple alarm system, don't overlook the trusty pufferfish.